Is hypnosis real? This is a question that is more common than you might imagine. For those of you who know me, as you're watching this, you're going to think, okay, yeah, hypnosis is real. I know that. So if you're feeling pretty comfortable about what I'm going to say, I understand if you click off the video at this point. But hypnosis typically still is not that mainstream. If you work or engage in coaching or own a business and you circulate in certain circles, then you've most definitely heard of the benefits of hypnosis. But for most of the general public, they really haven't given it any thought or consideration. So is hypnosis real? And in the short answer, obviously, I'm going to say this, yes, it is real. And it is actually much more common than people understand. My name is Penny Chason. I'm a board certified hypnotist, a certified professional hypnosis instructor. I was a healthcare provider for 25 years, and I transitioned out of that to help people to transform their lives in a meaningful way so they can unlock the unlimited expansion and happiness that already resides within them. Hypnosis, in short, is nothing more than a state of focused attention. There are at least 2 times a day when we naturally pass through this state, and honestly, it probably happens a lot more often. So typically, at night when we lay down to go to sleep, and in the morning when we first wake up, we very briefly pass through a theta wave state. It's a brainwave state. If you were to look at the EEG, you would see theta waves. This state is called the hypnagogic or the hypnopomic state. It is the same state that is associated with hypnosis. You may or may not have noticed in the past that sometimes as you're drifting off to sleep, you will suddenly get a flood of ideas. Or you may feel like you're in this really dreamy in-between state where you are aware of what's going on around you. You know you're not asleep, but you don't feel awake. And most commonly, that sensation is associated with in the morning, and it is that feeling, that physical and mental experience that actually causes a lot of people to become what I call hypno junkies. It feels really good to be in that deep state of relaxation and your mind just completely quiet. Our brain cycles through different wave states during the day. And if you've ever had a moment where you're working through your day and just you catch yourself, you spaced out for a few moments. You went into a state where your conscious analytical mind just kind of tuned out and you were in a state of focused attention. Now, you could be focused on nothing in that state of focused attention, and that is okay. When you are in a session with a hypnotist who is guiding you through the process, the state of focused attention, you are focused on the sound of their voice and what it is that they are suggesting to you. From the ages of about 4 to 7, we're actually in a walking state of hypnosis. We very readily receive what is given to us, and we actually receive things that aren't given to us. Probably anyone watching this video, yes, even you, have had a moment where, you had a kid say something and you know that it is something that the parents didn't discuss with the kid, and the kid recalled the conversation and maybe even said something inappropriate and the adults find it funny. It's like, oh my God, where did they hear that? I never said that in front of them. No, you didn't say it in front of them, but you heard it, you said it within earshot. And because they don't have that conscious analytical mind developed yet, that happens around the ages of 7, 8, it just went right in with no filter and they absorbed that information. It's how children are able to learn so quickly. They're not doubting everything that we say. They're not analyzing everything that we say. They'll say why, but that's not the same as conscious analytical processing. They're just wanting to learn more, to understand in that state. So with hypnosis, there are a lot of situations that can influence someone hypnotically. If you are meeting with your doctor, doctors automatically have authority. And usually if you go to see the doctor, it's because you're dealing with an issue and you are seeking an answer. That means you're in a state of focused attention for whatever they say. Same thing can go with nurses, pharmacists, certain teachers, a boss, a mentor. You go into that state of focused attention, and there are different stages of hypnosis. That state of focused attention can look anything like just being simply very engaged and in a state of rapt attention towards whoever is speaking. Or in deeper states of hypnosis, it can look like relaxation with the eyes closed and the body feeling heavy or light or nothing at all and feeling very relaxed. So how does hypnosis work? And I'm just going to hit a highlight here because that truly is a much different discussion. But the way that it works is when we're in the state of focused attention, the thinking part of our mind, the part of you right now that's asking yourself, is what she's saying true or isn't it? That's called your critical factor. I like to call it the filter. It's the conscious analytical part of the mind asking, is it black or is it white? Is it straight or is it curved, right? That questioning part of the mind, when that piece is bypassed, that's when you're in a hypnotic state. And it can look like any different number of things. Now, one thing I do want to touch on is when people see things in movies, on TV shows, and especially stage hypnosis, they'll be, well, you know, is it mind control? Is it mind control? Like what's happening here? No, it's not mind control. What happens when someone is participating in a stage hypnosis show, they have volunteered to be a participant. In the very act and nature of volunteering, they are giving their mind permission to accept suggestions because they know they're going to get up there and act silly and crazy and weird. And the majority of stage hypnotists will give an instruction at the end that the person participating can simply have amnesia of all the events that occurred. And so then afterwards, whether they remember or they don't, and I'm going to be honest with you, most likely they do, because the mind knows when something happened, how it happened, and what took place. Then they can just say, oh, I don't remember doing that silly, crazy thing, or, oh, you know, I wasn't myself, because people who didn't participate won't understand. When you're just having fun, going along for the ride, it's easy to follow those suggestions. And maybe somewhere along the line, you and I will connect, whether it's through training or a workshop. And I can actually tell you a story about the time when I was being selected to participate in a stage hypnosis show, I actually chose to sit down and not participate. And it's because I knew if I participated, I would do silly, crazy things. And I did not, I had a choice. I could choose to participate or I could choose to not participate. So I chose to not participate. But that's the story in and of itself. It's kind of comical and a little funny, and I will leave that for next time. So is hypnosis real? Absolutely. It was recognized in 1958 by the American Medical Association. It is used by hypnosis professionals, counselors, therapists, NLP practitioners, and more around the world every single day to help people positively change their lives. And I didn't think to grab it before I made this video, but I have a stack of books over here that are actually based on medical and dental literature supporting the use of hypnosis in medical and dental surgical procedures. Until next time, please like, follow, and comment below to let me know what you thought about this video. Bye now.